mga karuba, this again your konyo boy, akong Len Repen, English Ilokano Aglalaok. And today, manonood ulit tayo ng Tanok story. This is about the Ilokano uprising. Actually, ang Ilokano, mahilig talaga sa uprising. Yung, alam niyo ba yung uprising? Yung pagre-rebelde sa mga administrasyon. And this time, less do we know that we hate Americans, but meron pong uprising ng mga taga-Sarat against Americans. Yun. And then this is the battle cry of Sarat before, yung RITRITEMON KAYONG. Anyway, shout out dito sa documentary na to sa Ilocos Norte Tourism at saka sa documentaries. Actually, ang kwento neto ay ang mga Amerikano ay parang they are cruel. Yes. Kaya nag-uprising ang mga taga-Sarat. So, lumaban sila against Americans. Kilala naman natin na si Artemio Ricarte, ang unang hukbong general ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Siya ay isa sa mga kumalaban sa mga Amerikano at nakisama siya sa mga Japanese. Kaya, no doubt siguro na isa rin siya sa mga kasama doon sa mga nag-uprising. Less to know that ganun ang nangyari noon. Pero to know more, panoorin na lang natin ang documentary dito sa RITRITEMON KAYONG ng Sarat, Ilocos Norte. Ito.
Alam mo, that is what's wrong with politics. Dahil ang RITRITEMON KAYONG ay niregister ni Corazon Abad. Because of politics, they wanted to change the name. Kaya nila pinilit na tanggalin yun is dahil yung RITRITEMON KAYONG kaduktong ng pangalan niya.
This information has been handed down, of course, from my father, who became a mayor for more than 20 years. And my father told me that this RITRITEMON KAYONG was shouted by Don Jose Ver. And because of their love and desire that there will be freedom always, Don Jose Ver convened many Sarateños, and they decided that they have to talk with the neighboring towns of Sarat. And these neighboring towns of Sarat, including Sarat, they were about 5 towns. And they agreed that one night they will go to Lawag City to fight the American soldiers. That very scheduled time, the people of Sarat, led by Don Jose Ver, went to Lawag. And then they waited for hours, many hours, because they were waiting for the other people who would like to fight against the Americans. After, let's say, 3 to 4 hours waiting for them, nobody arrived. But instead, Don Jose Ver said, RITRITEMON KAYONG, agkabalyo tayo ito't dakkelen, ket mangan tayo ito itigalyetasen.
Retreat is to tell or pupunitin. RITRITEMON is not kamukha ng kay Andres Bonifacio. Kanina Andres Bonifacio is pinunit ang sedula. You remember your history? But this one is not pagpunit ng sedula. Dahil ang bakod ng kampo ng Amerikano is bulo na pagganon. So yun ang ita-tear down nila.
There were about people who agreed to fight against the United States, and then it's only the people from Sarat who appeared and who really fought against these American people.
So the Americans were already here right after 1898, and the Americans stayed at Polisville.
Don Jose Ver was a leader, was a valiant, was a courageous Sarateño who led the people of Sarat to fight against the American people.
Ni Don Jose Ver kat iso na iti kas lang may isang role model idi kasi iso nat adot na obraan na inlaban na iti lugar na.
A hero. Kasi inlaban na may karapat na ti Saraten Ios. Even though itilang armas lang na panikilaban kit bolo, the spirit in your hearts is there. Nga, kaslang ti, I will fight for my land.
Bravery talaga at Saraten News di napasamak idi. Kasi haan nga common kanya tayo tayo maki-fight ka against American na tayo usar mo kat bolo.
Ang kalaban mo is may baril. Ang ilalaban mo ay bolo. And for whatever, siguro that was the cynical part in me kasi nag-military training din ako noon when I was in college. Alam mo na ang baril, nandun ka, mababaril mo. Whereas, yung iyong itak, hindi aabot yun ng, hindi naman pwede itag at practice. Ganon ang aking explanation ko. Ano? So sabi nila, Minda, you're cynical. Yes, I am. Pero sabi ko, if you think military, if you're a tactical man, sabi kong ganyan, katarantaduhan.
Tay RITRITEMON kayong nga sa lagithan nga kas J ka simple na lang hindi kat di adda di istorya na J nga no kasano nga nagtinulong ni Pepe Berkin ni Walas tapos no kasano din laban iti Sarat.
Oray pa'y true dance lang kit maawatan ti story na talaga di RITRITEMON kayong nga makuna. So DJ, no, while dancing, kasi before kami nag-practice no kuan, may discuss kanya may DJ storyline na. So DJ, no, discuss na kanya, ay kasi gayam, kasi mo ito pag me. So, no, the knowledge with history nan, adamat dagdag knowledge may nagdadance, kasi ang minayo may pika DJ.
Haan nga DJ, isuro na kayo ti sala, isuro na kayon. Haan. Ada talagang agakting ka, kan dapat ma-feel mo no ana talaga DJ kas lang okay kunwari da kami ti kunwari da kami ti makilaban kasano nga feeling da idi kas jay han nga tay pure talaga nga sala lang
DJ nga mean word nga RITRITEMON kayong get kas lang per jobon kayong kuna na DJ idi.
Ang nagip ana da kami ti barricades between Sarat tas ito ay arko ti Sarat from San Mateo to Sarat at JTNT ang idi ko ti barricade da.
Pinaapo yan han pinapay inoram da ti village so ti chief ti village idi nga rod ni Jose Verde pa our intendada ka di nga village aging gana di nga village inya kardi iti sa baling nga lugar so di nagbalin nga kabayugan sa or San Miguel di Jaya di sa tumanon nga naganti Sarat idi
Akas di pa ng salami DJ ko nga nakita nga di Americans ket may sa isuda nga ng abuse iti Ilocanos. Tibugbugbugan da tapos ibabawat na DJ rifles, DJ palpal tugda.
Ti amud siguro diga American City kat awan laban tayo kaya datay latang maala DJ territory tayo nga ganon na lang kasi adda armas da nga awan kanya tayo. Di ana idi ka kat na adda armas mon ket powerful ka unayin. So parang naawan met armas mo or no tehaan nga makadayo ta armas mo kasang italang lugar yung nga ikot di armas mo ket kasang awan ka useless ka lang nga lugar. Amo tayo tinagdugyanan ti pagayganan tayo tata up to this day bon honor tayo lata DJ kasang kumaadala ta DJ rabulto dayon ta anayan ta sentro di pa tapno ma-honor DJ bravery and tayo lakas ng loob ng pakita DJ Saraten News idi.
What they did was this. That's why whenever I make speeches, RITRITEMON kayo. It means be strong, courage. We will fight against them so that we will be free.
But when you want to talk about RITRITEMON kayong, it seems na merong lacking. In fact, may mga kakilala ako na nagsabi na parang it was actually formulated or it was actually crafted by one former official of the town. You know, just to make some story out of the place, just to make something that they can be known for. But in the end, it seems that even some locals are also in a little bit of questioning, evaluating themselves kung totoo bang nangyari yon. And if you want to analyze RITRITEMON kayong, one of the things that you would like to look at would be Is it well established as the other revolts who might even be way older than it to be established and clearly defined? Kasi kung titignan mo, for example, the Basi Revolt, which happened, at least a century ahead, is well documented. You have records from the archives, you have paintings by Villanueva in the National Museum, and then you have stories by the people themselves recounting how their ancestors fared through that triviality. Kasi if you'll ask me right now as to when it happened, based from what I hear and based from what I know, it's not even clear as to when. It's not even clear as to where exactly in Sarat and how it actually expanded, if it expanded elsewhere. So definitely yun mga tinitignan natin if you would like to appreciate such. I understand that there are some agencies as well who are dubious of its existence. We've heard about it for the longest time, but as a cultural worker like me, I haven't really seen much of an evidence that could clearly portray or clearly illustrate that it happened at a clear defined point in history.
Mading amin may ibagang may hearsay lang ete ng Josever sa damat na ipatak dan nga revolto. Sigurahan lang nga po ka DJ nga napasamak nga war dito yan tayo. Iso nga naramidan iso na iti revolto. Kasi aging ganat adala taber dito yan tayo iti Sarat. Kasang basta may ibagam ngamin nga verkat. Iso talaga to. No ibagam dito yung Sarat, ibagam ti ver. Kasang mapamparoon mo talaga DJ RITRITEMON kayong.
Pero Ver, of all names, Ver na naman. Oh, kailan nagsimula tong storya na to? The Ver was the most prominent family in Sarat at the time. And of course, as with any ruling family, you want to legitimize your position in society. And the way you legitimize your position in society are by two things. You either work hard for it or you create a story out of it. So how convenient was it na parang, sige, you have this supposed hero na Ver who could be a projection of the Fabian Ver, who is also, a military personnel. So, I don't know. Alam mo yun, parang it just makes you wonder na parang, it's too good to be true. As regards to how we should judge the revolt, this is my position. The criticism is correct that it may be hard for us to accept it as a fact given the absence of evidence and supporting narratives. But the evaluation that is posited by some na, fiction yan, hindi yan importante, is largely wrong. Because if you want to appreciate culture and history, we're not just banking on facts all the time. We're also banking on the stories that the people created for it to be representative of their lives. It's not just about what happened on these dates, but it's also about association. Can people associate themselves in this? Are the virtues and the values of the people manifesting in this story? And if the answer is yes, then by no means it is important to them and we have to respect it as such. But so it's a different question whether or not importante ba siya o hindi kumpara sa nangyari ba siya o hindi. Kasi pwedeng hindi nangyari ng isang bagay, pero at the end of the day, importante pa rin siya sa mga taong naniniwala na nangyari iyon. The judgment there is really not to shun our doors into judging that peke yan, hindi yan nangyari. Obviously, sabi nga nila, wala namang istoryang nabubuo kung walang pinanggagalingan. So there might be some sources to it. It might have been misrepresented in the process. It might have been altered along the way. But definitely, this is the kumbaga kole na parang for people like you and for researchers and people who are interested in history, then the onus is on us to actually make deeper studies and do some investigation, ask more people to see the veracity of these claims. Because definitely, it could be true or it could be not. And there's always a value in finding it.
Regardless of myth or ustabijay, parang intugtel kanya tayo ni Josever na without unity, nagtakdet to community. Aglaro ket mes-mesa kay met lang talaga nga lugar. Kasabulan niya talaga di Jai. So parang naon pagkakaisam ka deta lugar ket han ka nga ngumato.
It showed and it manifested the bravery, the courage of our ancestors. RITRITEMON kayong!
Laing at kanwa turad piksa kendara na idatun tibiyag mo kang atwan sakripisyo.
Tati silaw mi karabay ti umili inspirasyon ti dangadang maging ganat paligi na kami sumursurot ti imbatim at tugot dalan darugian surutan ti kaadwan.
Okay, maraming salamat. So, ayun po yung naging kwento ng aming mga taga-Sarateño. Alam niyo po ba, ang trivia sa Sarat ay siya po ang Sarat Town ay unang naging kabisera ng Ilocos Norte. Doon po makikita yung unang kapitolyo ng Ilocos Norte. And then, nag-transfer sila sa Lawa. Dito rin pinanganak si Ferdinand Edralin Marcos Sr. So, maraming mga kakaiba dito sa Ilocos Norte na pwede nating gawing kwento na hindi natin alam, hindi natin alam kung hindi tayo magtatanong sa mga lolo't lola natin at sa mga ninuno natin. So, ayan, maraming salamat sa mga nanood. Sana may natutunan kayo about the uprising of mga taga-Sarat of RITRITEMON Kayong. Once again, this is again your Konyo Boy Apong Larapin English Ilokano Aglalokyo. Peace out. Bye-bye.